Hello, I'm the War Nerd, and this is going to be a devlog talking about Cyberpunk Jam, which is the fourth game jam I've done in a month. So, more or less, in the last month, I've contributed to 4 game jams. And this is going to be a vlog talking about the latest one I'm working on at the minute, the Cyberpunk Jam. I will also do a separate vlog on After Hours Art Critic. But I thought I'd just do this first vlog talking about the current game I'm working on, which is a procedurally generated Cyberpunk trash collection game. So, yeah, I'll just talk a bit about that. The development process so far, I'm about halfway through, there's 4 days left of the total 10. So I've been taking this one a bit slow, more or less just been taking elements, previous things I've done, and doing them in a new way. Because obviously, because I've only got a limited amount of time, 10 days isn't a long development cycle for a game. I'm taking elements of things I've done before and adding something a bit new. So, started off, I wanted to make a mech warrior game. I was started off in Unity, and I created some models with Meshi AI and animating with Mixamo and Anything World. So I've been using a few AI tools, though that's fallen back now to just using ChatGPT and Leonardo AI. So yeah, it's changed a bit, which I think demonstrates that even if you're using AI in your workflows for doing game dev, there is still, there's still no perfect way of doing things, I guess, in the architectural sense, right? So yeah, so far, I tried to work with the MechWarrior idea. I did get a third-person camera working in Unity, but the animation issues were definitely going to be a problem. I realised this pretty early. Also, the patrolling with the enemy systems and such. I think something I do need to dive into a lot more, and actually my friend Jake is also working on this. He's another game developer. Is AI patrol systems, AI enemy AI, and that sort of thing in the games. I mean, so unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get a chance to really implement that. But the real strength, I think, of this game so far, I think, is going to be the atmosphere. I'm working quite hard to nail the cyberpunk atmosphere, inspired by Neuromancer. Had in mind a lot the line from William Gibson's Neuromancer. The sky was what's the exact phrase? The sky was the colour of television tuned to a dead channel, or something like that. I've just butchered the quote, but I think anyone who's read Nuance will know. I've only ever read 3/4 of it actually myself. I've never read the whole thing. I've read bits of it. Yeah, so she's got a flying. You're basically in a spaceship. You're flying about. There's a procedurally generated city, which I've still honing a bit, but basically generates. There's a 2D array generated, and then a bit like I've done with previous projects, the elements are appended to the canvas directly with JavaScript, basically. Now, the code at the minute is not full-on spaghetti, but there is a little bit of spaghetti, possible spaghetti. So I'm unwinding some of that as well. So in some of these videos you'll see that's what I'm doing. I'm refactoring, moving things around, changing where things are, and basically just trying to refine the code base, essentially. I will probably have the GitHub as publicly viewable if you want to see it. This is not a commercial game, this is an experimental prototype, really. So if you want to have a look at the source code, you're more than welcome to. And fork it, considering it was a fork already of CubeGen, which is a previous project I did 2 years ago. What can I say about the code itself? That's, I think probably a significant amount of people watching this video will be here for hearing me actually talk about the elements of the code. So it's using old school JavaScript. It's just JavaScript, not TypeScript, because you can prototype much faster, I think, generally with if you don't have to worry about types. So I'm just doing that, and also it's familiarity. I'm so much more familiar with vanilla JS than TypeScript, in all honesty. A-Frame is a slightly older version that still works with a physics system. And because of the nature of doing that type of code, which is, it's about as low level as you can get with JavaScript, I guess, you do have to really stay on top of things in terms of making sure that you don't like write a function to do everything, or if you are going to, obviously, I tend to try and favor a functional approach to my programming, so I try and keep things as clean as possible with as few side effects as possible. So I'm trying to do that a lot at the minute with the code. The graphics, I'll talk a bit about that because it's probably a bit more interesting too, and then I'll probably end this video in a bit. So, like I said, Leonardo AI for the textures and a variety of prompts. I'm a bit thirsty. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'll leave this video here. I'll do a video afterwards as well, talking about the end of the jam, the end of completing Cosmonaut Trashcan, I think is what I'm calling it at the minute. Yeah, right. Okay, so if any of that was interesting, like and subscribe to the channel. I'm a indie dev, basically, working in the UK. I've been doing this for a long time. Moscow, London, up north, Scotland, all over really. So just here to share my experiences and share my own journey on pursuing programming, which is something I just never get bored of really. So yeah, adios.